Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, I should say. 624 here, as we just now had a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for Union County here in south central Arkansas until 7:15. At 6:17, a severe thunderstorm located 7 miles southwest of Lisbon or 13 miles to the west of El Dorado, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds are the biggest part of the storm right now as it continues to move through our area. So we will go on ahead and get you hooked up here. And we've got Jackson, Sandy, Sanford, who are going to be out and about here in the next little bit. But let's go on ahead and zoom in on our radar. And let me put all the things on here that we need to, our city names, our U.S. highways, things like that. You can see that the heaviest parts of this storm are just to the west of El Dorado, really, right now out toward like the South Arkansas Regional Airport. And as you take a look at the radar here, you can see that there's kind of a little bit of a hook here. I'm going to take this warning box off so that we can see this clearly. You can see that near the Troll community and east of Schuler, that there's a part where this on radar, it goes basically diagonal, and that looks like that um, it could indicate some rotation that's starting to come through. We are under a tornado watch until 9 o'clock tonight. I'm going ahead and tell you that most of the state of Arkansas is under this tornado watch. And as we take a look at all of South Arkansas, Ashley and Chico County are not in this tornado watch, but Union County and everything west of it, including the parishes of Louisiana, Lincoln Parish and Ruston and Webster Parish over toward Minden, they are all in this tornado watch as well. So as we keep a look at that, any of these storms could really fire up into a tornado at any given moment. So we want to make sure that you know that as you are out and about today. Right now, as you take a look at the radar on the screen, out to the west of this storm, you can see where all the lightning's been. Each one of those yellow lightning bolts represents about 50 lightning strikes in that area. So you can see out toward Mount Holly and Village and Calhoun and Medlock and Lydesdale. All of those different areas have had a lot of lightning coming through. Back toward Waldo and McNeil, they've had even more. And so we're continuing to try to get reports of any damage that we might have had and anything like that. Let's take a look at this storm track. It looks like Parker's Chapel, you're going to get this here in about 11 minutes, according to our storm track here. It's 6:38. On the storm track, it says 7, but apparently we have a setting somewhere that has put this in Eastern time. So again, 6:38 Parker's Chapel, 6:38 Wesson, 6:40 in Foster Hill as well. And if you're in Western Union County, you're already seeing this thunderstorm as it continues to move through. Um, we had given Sandy and Jax basically instructions to go out toward the airport, but if they are listening to this, we want to get them down toward the Wesson community. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with them here in just a few minutes. Um, okay, so here on South Arkansas now, at 6:28, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning again for all of the Union County area right now. You can see that as I just popped it up onto the screen, the red box around El Dorado. So this does include everything over to just west of Strong. So El Dorado, Lawson, Wesson, Lumberton, New Caledonia, Junction City, and also parts of the parish there in Louisiana, Lincoln Parish there, just south of the state line. So we're going to keep an eye on this. If you've got friends in Monroe, down West Monroe, that area, we are going to need to keep an eye on them as well, as this thing probably will start to head that way. Again, 6:17, that's 12 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm located 7 miles southwest of Lisbon. 13 miles southeast or west of El Dorado, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. So at 40 miles per hour, you can see that this thing is coming into western El Dorado right now. El Dorado, Smackover, Norphlet, Junction City, Callion, Wesson, Lisbon, Lawson, Urbana, Mount Holly, Spearsville, Lilly, Catesville, Newell, Lockhart, Hillsboro, Taylorville, Three Creeks, and Canova. You are all in the path of this severe thunderstorm that does include the hazards of ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour gusts of wind. So, right now, the area that is most of concerning is where you can kind of start to see this hook starts to form, and that is in the Troll community just east of Schuler. So, Schuler and Troll, you're seeing the brunt of this thunderstorm right now. Those of you out towards Southwest or South Arkansas Regional Airport are in the heaviest parts of this storm. El Dorado's starting to get some of it, and so that's kind of where we are right now. We'll pull the. Give me just a second. We will pull the iDrive Arkansas camera back up and see. You can see that it's already started to darken there at Highway 167 and Highway 82 there on the Junction City Highway. As we pull that up there at T-Rix, already you can tell that it's gotten darker than when we first came on the air a few moments ago. So here's another thing. Most of Arkansas is under a freeze warning tonight. I know we had severe weather today and we had 70-degree temperatures yesterday and today, but that's going to drop down to the 20s and 30s. I know up north, out toward Tulsa, they're bracing for like 18-degree temperatures tomorrow. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that, and it is something that it's not really what we want to see, is it? But anyway, we'll definitely brace for those temperatures. Pulling the radar back up here, we'll await Sandy Sanford and Jack Sanford as they're going to be patching in here in just a moment as this severe thunderstorm continues to move across our area. Um, Pulling up the radar here again, all of Union County under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. So, and this is moving down into Louisiana, just south of Junction City, the end of that there. So this is moving down. So anyway, a severe thunderstorm warning again. This is until 7:15 tonight for the next 45 minutes. As soon as this starts to move out of Union County, we'll wrap it up and get you on your way tonight. But look at all that lightning. It's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of lightning there, and there's a lot of you're going to see a lot of cloud to ground lightning and some heavy winds behind this thing. The rest of the state's already starting to see 30 and 40-mile-an-hour winds behind this storm that are just kind of sticking around. Um, this line of thunderstorms has already produced tornado warned storms up in northeast Arkansas. I know we had a tornado warning up at Conway a little while ago, and we had some in the Junction City or the Jonesboro area as well, up in the northeastern parts around like Piggott, Kennett, Missouri, Blytheville, and just east of Jonesboro. They've got tornado warnings up that direction. No tornado warnings with this storm. We simply have the severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect right now for Union County until 7:15. Now down to our south and west, we still have some tornado warned storms just east of Nacogdoches, Texas. And so, that is proof right there that this line can continue um, to produce some tornado warned storms. Now, look at look at this down at Wesson. Hang on just a second. Let's zoom in on Wesson and Lamberton and Trull. Look at that inflow there. That looks like it could produce some rotation here, and we're going to keep an eye on that. This is going to track south of El Dorado and just to the north of Junction City as it continues to move south and east. We're going to try to get Sandy or Jax on here in just a few minutes. They have not dialed into our system yet, but just to the north and west of the Griffin community, just west of Parker's Chapel and Newell, that's an area of concern. And if there was to be a part of this thunderstorm that was deemed to be tornadic, that's probably where it would start because you can see that inflow right there that just starts to come into that storm there. That does look like it could be some rotation later on. So we'll keep an eye on that. And we are in constant communication with the National Weather Service and some of our chasers out there as well. Down to our south and west, we have severe thunderstorm warnings for Bossier Parish, Claiborne Parish, and Webster Parish until 6:45, and then our severe thunderstorm warning for Union County until 7:15 tonight. Calhoun County, you are also under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15. We had a severe thunderstorm 8 miles south of the Highland Industrial Park in Camden, or 10 miles north of Smackover. This moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. That same hazard exists with this storm. Hail's a little smaller up in Calhoun County. 60 mile an hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail with the Calhoun County storm, and that's moving to the south and east. So those of you in Morro Bay, Artesian, Jersey, all the way over almost to Hermitage, you're going to be seeing the results of that storm there. So let's keep an eye on that one because both of these, of course, are right in the middle of a tornado watch, and we will keep an eye on that. Let me see if we can get Sandy Sanford. I know he just dialed in to the system. I just saw that. Let's see if he can hear us. Sandy, can you hear us right now? Okay, we're not hearing Sandy as of yet, but Jax is telling me that he is headed out toward South Arkansas Regional Airport. Sandy is headed toward Wesson right now. So as soon as Sandy gets dialed in, we will get a hold of him here in just a moment. That's you can see the black screen. That's all we were seeing out of Sandy's camera right now. So we will get a hold of him here in just a moment. To recap, the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning, and this is for Union County, East Central Columbia County, Northwestern Union Parish, Northeastern Claiborne Parish, until 7:15. No updates from the National Weather Service on this storm, but again, we were talking a moment ago about how the areas around Wesson are kind of the tricky spots right now. It doesn't look like it looks like that if there was any rotation in that storm, that it's less defined. I mean, we saw that inflow. There's Sandy. We saw that inflow on the radar there, and we did not really think much of it, but that has become less broad there. Man, I can hear hail coming down on Sandy Sanford's car right now as he's getting in his truck. Sandy, can you hear me?
I can. Give me just one moment, please.
Okay, he's getting ready and in position here, and it really sounds like you can hear that familiar sound of hail coming down on his windshield. I'm not sure if Sandy's got full coverage or liability only on that old truck, but he may be going to see our friends at Cook's Body Shop here in the next few days, if that's what it sounds like on the edge of his car there. And we'll check in with
Yeah,
him
it's
here in just a moment.
definitely lots of hail falling in the area currently, and Jax is on his way to the airport. I am on my way to Weston.
Okay. Lots of heavy rainfall coming down. And Sandy is up by the Racket Club right now. So when you take a look at that on radar, basically northern and western El Dorado is getting the heaviest part of this thunderstorm, Sandy, and we can hear that and see that in your video here.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the storms may be interfering with Sandy's connection there. We'll talk to him here in just a minute. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 tonight for Union County. Right now, lots of heavy rainfall. I can show you Sandy's camera here, and as he's kind of pulling out of the Racket Club area, heavy rainfall, and it sounds like we might have a little hail there. And Sandy, you're about to pull off, I guess, onto
College.
onto College Avenue there. So Sandy is out and about, and We'll have Jax here in just a moment, but that you can see right there, that is the thunderstorm right there. I believe we also have Jack Sanford. We'll switch over to his camera. He's on the way out west now on Highway 82. Jack, can you hear me? Let's we'll see if we can. We're not hearing Jax. We're getting some of his camera. We can see his camera here. Now we
All
can
right,
hear him. There you are,
I
Jax.
can
What do
hear
you?
you. It's just really loud from the hail, and the rain. Um, but I did have about quarter-size hail coming down on me as I was on Timberlane and Hillsboro. But now that I'm getting out towards the airport, it has lightened up just a little bit. But I know that that doesn't always mean everything.
Well, it does look like that the back edge of the storm is starting to pass the airport. So if you see a place to go south, like down toward Newell, or maybe back east, get on the bypass there. That's kind of where it looks like this thing is going since it started to move to the southeast. So, but Jackson, it does look like it's starting to lighten up, and that this thing could be ending just as quickly as it got started. I mean, I see that in your camera there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm virtually out of the rain now, no wind, so I'm just gonna make a turnaround and I'll connect back when I'm closer.
Okay, we will send you east. Thank you for that, Jax. Of course, Jack Sanford is out and about. We'll switch over to Sandy's camera here in just a second. Let me get back over to our screen here. And Sandy is seeing some heavy rainfall in his area. Oh, listen to that come down.
Yeah,
As you
it's
can,
real heavy, Grant. I don't know if you can hear me. I can
yeah, we can
barely
hear you.
hear anything inside the vehicle, but it is real heavy. We're at College in Mount Holly. Here's some quarter-sized hail, and it's uh, it's coming down pretty good right now. I'm gonna make my way over by Lion Oil, and probably head back towards the east a little.
Okay, so Sandy Sanford is, of course, let's see if we can. So he's heading over toward Lion Oil at this hour, and we will get him get back with him here in just a moment. Again, let's take his audio off there, but we'll keep his camera up as he's rolling out. That's awfully loud there, as you can tell, as Sandy is out near College in Mount Holly right now, there in El Dorado. Again, if you're just with us, thank you for being here. We are just trying to get you hooked up with all of the latest weather information. Again, the National Weather Service with this severe thunderstorm warning for Union County, and this is until 7 o'clock tonight or 7:15 tonight. Sandy Sanford is out on near College in Mount Holly. We will we'll try to get back to now. He's at Hillsboro here, so he'll be out near the high school going south here in just a second. I think that he was trying to get down toward the Wesson area, but we've got him and we've got Jax out as they continue to make their way through the area. So again, let's pull up the radar here as the heaviest parts of this thunderstorm are in western El Dorado, southern El Dorado, out toward the high school, out toward the bypass, and out toward Parker's Chapel right now. If you've got a report that you want to send to us right now, the you can leave it on our in the comments of this Facebook video. You can see there that the iDrive Arkansas camera. There's a lot of heavy rainfall down there at T-Rix down at Highway 67 and Highway 82, or Highway 167 and Highway 82. Don't worry about that car there. That's been parked there all day. But Again, that rainfall coming down pretty heavily, and we're continuing to watch. We're going to try to get a hold of Jack Sanford here in just a few minutes as he's headed out. It looks like it's lightening up a little bit as Sandy tries to get over toward Lion Oil. You can see his camera there on the left, and we will bring him full screen. And Sandy, that rainfall lightened up almost as quickly as it came in.
It really did, and that surprised me and kind of scares me a little. Let's be honest with you. But I'm on Robert E. Lee over by M&A Record, just past Delic Oil Refinery, and coming up on Timber Lane over by the high school.
Okay, so he'll be over to toward the high school. It looks like much of this is starting to move to the south and east, Sandy, and that we're starting to see almost the end of this. We did have some tornado warning storms down in Texas. We have some up at the leading edge of this, up toward Jonesboro, but all of that's moving to the east and northeast. And as soon as this is out of here, it kind of looks like that we may be in the clear just as quickly as this came on.
Grant, and thankfully, I mean, I'm happy for that. Although we do have power outages all throughout El Dorado, there a lot of street lights are out, beginning at about 8th Street and College, all the way up to Hillsboro and College. Those lights are out, and I'm going to turn back and go south over towards Junction City Highway and see if we don't pick up some more rain there.
Okay, we'll try to get an update on the power outages here in just a moment. We'll leave your camera up. Uh, we'll try to get a hold of Jax too. I think he's going to be dialing back in here in just a few moments. Again, if you're just with us, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for all of Union County until 7:15 tonight. Sandy Sanford is out and about, and also Jack Sanford. Sandy's headed down toward Wesson. He's just crossing the bypass down off of Timber Lane south of the high school. And as you can see, he's taking an easterly route down the US 82 bypass there. And of course, you can see our camera down at US Highway 167 and Highway 82. That is starting to it's starting to lighten up a little to the west, but it's still pretty dark down there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Sometimes especially this camera down at T-Rix, that one tends to be a little behind. I think that one time during severe weather coverage, we had Sandy drive down that way, and it might have been 6 to 7 minutes behind. So we'll make sure that we try to have that in real time, or at least tell you what's going on. Sandy's on the bypass, and as you can see, the rain has started to lighten up. He's almost to Southwest Avenue there, and it's really looking like that this threat's going to be over almost just as quickly as it came on. Pulling up the radar right now. Again, the National Weather Service, of course, with this severe thunderstorm warning, and this goes until 7:15 tonight. We'll see if we can get the latest update from them as they have not updated their warning in the last little bit, but we do know that it will continue for northwestern Union Parish and also northeastern Claiborne Parish. They're south of the Louisiana line, and they may end up getting another warning out of this here pretty quickly. So this is moving to the east and southeast, and this cell is actually kind of taking off in a little bit different of a direction as the ones to its north have. Let's go on ahead and scroll out here, and we're going to go up on the Calhoun storm or the Calhoun County storm. This is if you're in Hampton right now, you just got the worst of it. So those of you along US Highway 278, out toward Banks, out toward Harrell, that area, you're going to be seeing this in the next little bit. Hermitage and Warren will likely get most of that thunderstorm. That's until 7:15 as well. At the last report at 6:25, of course, that's when they first issued it, and it was near the industrial park in Camden. So it's moved quite a bit further to the east there. Again, this is severe weather coverage. We thank our sponsor, Cook's Body Shop, also Jason Hardy and State Farm Insurance, Timberlane Meat Market, the Rushing Law Firm is just to name a few. We appreciate all of our severe weather sponsors who have helped us put all of this together to make sure that you are kept safe. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 here on South Arkansas now for Union County and also the parishes to our south. I think it's safe to say that Columbia County is out of this warning, and they don't have any worries down there. They can rest easy that they aren't going to have anything for the rest of the night. Going back to Sandy Sanford's camera, he's still on the bypass. It's still raining a little bit the further east he goes. And Sandy, have you seen any since you left El Dorado? Have you seen any more thunder and lightning or any more hail?
No, once I got out of town, I did not. Now I just passed over 167 South, and I'm now on Strong Highway headed towards ProMed Ambulance. And because I was looking at your radar, and that's what it looked like to me. That was the next area to look like to go towards.
Right. So you're headed east there and taking a look at our radar. We'll pull that back up here. You're going out toward ProMed. Let's see here. Zoom in. We lost our radar Omega, so we're on weather tap today. We will hopefully have our good radar back in the next little bit. But apparently, when you try to subscribe to them with Apple, it causes problems, and you don't always get what you're looking for. But like you're saying, yeah, you're out toward the south and east side of El Dorado, east of Highway 167, and as you look there, it's starting to lighten up a little bit, but you may have more coming your way if the heaviest parts of this storm are still lingering down to the east of Highway 167. You might see a little more coming here in the next few minutes, Sandy.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm probably going to head towards High Banks,
Okay.
and there around the High Banks area, we should just by again looking. If there's another cell coming, that's where it looks like it's headed.
Yeah, the heaviest parts again, and we just got our latest refresh of the radar here, as you can see on the screen. We're looking at probably, let's see here, probably 5 miles to the south and east of El Dorado, south and east of the ProMed ambulance headquarters is where the heaviest parts of this are. So Hillsboro, you're going to get this, and then back on the tail end of this particular cell, New Caledonia and Junction City, both coming in to this here with the heaviest parts of that tail end of the storm moving through there here in just a moment. Sandy, I'm going to keep your camera up, but we're going to go over to Jack Sanford real quick and see where he is. See that his camera's back online here. So where are you at, Jax? It's starting to look a little more ominous than where Sandy is.
I am on 167 southbound towards Junction City. Probably going to turn around Iron Mountain, but the service around there is not that great. So I don't know how much of a help I'll be once I get past a certain point on Iron Mountain.
That's okay. We'll take what we can get, brother. You're doing all right. So again, you see Jax there, and he is headed south on Highway 167 into the tail end of the storm. He's going to be west of New Caledonia, north of Junction City. And as he continues to move down toward the Louisiana line, it's a little heavier down there than it has been in El Dorado. El Dorado seems to be out of the danger area. It looks like the heaviest parts, and really this line is completely moved through El Dorado. But as you can see on Jax's camera here, still some dark clouds and still a little heavier down to the south. Are you seeing any lightning, Jax? I haven't seen much of that in your camera there, but I can't see everything. So
I have not seen much lightning since I got on 167, but it took until I got on 167 to get eyes back on the storm. So
right, okay. Well, we certainly understand that. We're going to try to pull Jax's camera here and get that. Give me just a moment here. We're going to get our radar back up where you can see his camera as well. We're going on the fly here, so hang with us for just a second, and we'll get all of this ready to go. It's great technology here where you can see all of our storm chasers out and about and see our radar. Again, let me see here. Sandy is sharing his location with me, so we'll know exactly where he is. And so Sandy is south and east of El Dorado, and Jax is down toward Junction City, like we mentioned here. Um, and we will continue to keep an eye here as let's bring our radar back up. And again, as you can see, down south and east of Highway 82, the Strong Highway, they're in the Hillsborough community. Just to the west of the Hillsborough community is where the heaviest part of this. So Lawson, to your south and west, you're starting to see a lot of the heaviest parts of this storm. Nick Springs is just north to the purple, and where Sandy it has been, it does look like that he's in the heaviest parts of what looks like on radar as well. So, Sandy, what are you seeing right now there on Highway 82?
What I'm seeing is a good bit of wind, and the rain was pretty heavy for a moment, and then it just let up. But if you look at that, what was that old sign here in front of me?
Yeah.
There was a little bit of hail and some wind just a moment ago.
By the way, if there was a canopy there, it was gone before the storm today. I don't think that's anything
Yeah.
new. So,
Used to be the best hamburger in El Dorado has got right here. So
yeah, Sandy is at the Strong Highway and High Banks Road right now. So that's where he's looking there, south and east of El Dorado into the west of the Hillsborough community. And again, Jax is headed down toward Junction City, so he's probably in the worst part of that storm. We just lost his camera, but again, if you're just with us, this is we just got our latest refresh of the radar here, and Sandy, it's moving into the Hillsborough community and down toward your favorite part of Union County, Sandy Bend.
so yeah, it definitely looks. The good news is, Grant, just looking at the radar, there doesn't appear to be a hook. Earlier,
Right.
you and I and Jax, we were all watching this radar as it came across Magnolia, and we saw that hook trying to form. And of course, that's the telltale sign of a tornado. And so that's why we jumped out here. We don't want anyone to think that we're out here sensationalizing the weather, but we saw the hook and we realized that there was a very high probability of a tornado.
Well, and again, our whole area is under a tornado watch until 9 o'clock tonight, and they have determined that any of these storms could cycle up into a tornadic thunderstorm at any time. We've seen that in Conway. We saw that in Jonesboro in the last few minutes, and actually, Sandy, Center, Texas is one of the areas that's seeing a tornado warned storm right now. So, like we said, not sensationalizing what's going on. We just want to make sure that everybody's safe and that that this doesn't turn into something else real quickly.
Absolutely. And I'm like you, just watching the radar, and from where we are back towards Strong, it seems to be really heavy. And I don't know what we're looking at now. It looks like El Dorado proper, Norfolk, Smackover, PC, Wesson, Magnolia, obviously, all that area seems to be in the clear for now.
Right.
There is a spot towards Bernice that does look a little like a hook trying to form there.
Right. Speaking of
to the
which,
north and the west of Bernice.
Yeah, let's go down south. We'll pull up Jax's camera. He's in an area where there is not a lot of service right now. I don't even. And Jax, can you hear us at all?
I can.
Okay, there
It
you
just started raining on me again, and the wind picked back up. And so I turned my camera back on just to give you a visual.
Okay, so where exactly are you right now? Are you coming into Junction?
I am on Iron Mountain Road,
Okay.
and I just passed Percy.
Okay. Your audio's breaking up
McDonald's.
just. Okay,
What's
got
that?
you. Your audio's breaking up just a little bit. We'll keep your camera up here, and we'll go back to our radar since you can see both of those cameras there. Again, this is starting to move. It looks like it's going to move across the Louisiana line here in the next 5 to 10 minutes here, and it'll be out of our hair and out of our problem. Now, Jack said that he has not seen any lightning, but on radar, Sandy, we are continuing to pick up heavy, heavy lightning back in western Union County, and it looks like there might have been some lightning in the El Dorado area. Did you see that with your own eyes, or is that just electricity that we're picking up on radar?
No, there was definitely some lightning. And Grant, I don't know if you can pull my camera back up, but the wind just shifted, and I mean
Okay.
it has really just turned fast
Yeah, I can see that
where
in
we're
your
where we're
we can see
sitting.
those yeah, we can see those trees blowing in the background. I mean, my lord, that it was calm just a minute ago. So again, you're probably getting to the point where you're in that purple on the radar just west of Hillsboro.
Yeah, it is. I was surprised at how fast that wind shifted, and it's actually moving the truck.
Right. Okay, so if you're just joining us, it's 7 o'clock here on South Arkansas Now. I'm Grant Merrill in studio control. Sandy Sanford is down to the south and east of El Dorado at the Strong Highway and High Banks Road, formerly the best hamburger in El Dorado. Um, and now Jack Sanford is down to the south of us. He's on Iron Mountain Road just north of Junction City. So we're continuing to keep an eye here. This is Jax's camera. We don't see a whole lot of movement in the wind. That also might mean that he doesn't have cell phone service, but we will also pull Sandy's camera back up here. Highways are wet, but we're starting to see that wind pick up. Sandy, the good news for you there at your location, south and east of El Dorado, is that it looks like that most of the heaviest part of this is down ahead of you in our camera view as you move east on the Strong Highway.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I've just turned back just due east, and if you look at the sky back across here, you can tell that it's moving, and it's moving quickly, and some of those clouds are really low to the ground.
Yeah, and they're moving fast, man. That is, if they were driving through Strong, they might get a ticket. I don't know.
I am about to go down High Banks Road back over towards Iron Mountain where Jax is and see if we pick up anything in that area.
Okay, so he's headed down Iron Mountain Road. We will get back on our radar, and as you can see, hang on just a second. Sandy is there in the box below, and when Jax's camera comes back on, he will. And it looks like it might be on. He might have just set it down for a second, but it looks like that Jax is somewhere down around Iron Mountain Road as well. There he is. We can see him. So, and he does not have great cell phone service in that area, so his video might be a little choppy. Here on South Arkansas Now, we are covering a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 tonight. So about 10 more minutes, 10 to 13 more minutes left in this severe thunderstorm warning, Sandy.
Yeah, and of course, Grant, the whole thing is watching these storms. We've seen it 1,000 times before, where the storms get moving from the west, and they'll split and go around the city. And that's when, of course, obviously El Dorado proper is fine, but then it's these areas out towards Iron Mountain, out here towards High Banks Road, areas get hit with some wind shears pretty heavy. And driving along here, there's a lot of still on the road.
Yeah, we can see that. We are very close to being able to issue the all clear for Junction City. We'll pull your camera back up as you're down in some timberlands, but as Sandy's driving down High Banks Road, that's what it looks like. And Sandy, if there was a problem there, that'd be a hard place to see a tornado coming.
It would, Grant. And of course, we saw back just a half a mile back, we saw some limbs and some things down on the road. Nothing that's going to make the road impassable or even difficult, but it does show that some heavy winds did come through this area.
Yeah, there are some limbs down and some small debris there in the roadway, as you can see. Again, we're about 10 minutes from signing off. If they do not issue another severe thunderstorm warning for Union County, which I don't see why they would, we will end our coverage. But Jax, of course, is on that top screen there. You can see him on Iron Mountain Road, Sandy down there on the bottom there on High Banks Road. And really, it looks like that this has been more of a rain event than anything else. Luckily for us, we needed the rain for sure. But we haven't seen a whole lot other than when it first came through. We did hear some hail in the background and had quite a bit of lightning in there as well, Sandy. So it looks like this is coming to an end, and we may have gotten just what we needed in South Arkansas.
Well, hopefully so. I mean, we were under a burn ban, obviously, because of the dry conditions. So you're absolutely 100% correct, Grant. We needed, if nothing else, just the rain. Could have done without the hail. I did catch a spot on my windshield where the hail got it, and that's okay. I know a guy, who can take care of it for me.
Jody Cook, if you're listening, you might sense Sandy's presence here in the next 24 hours or so. I don't know.
Heck, I'm out here by his house. I might just stop in.
Just see if he can fix it right there. So there you go. Jax looks like he is in an area that's really starting to lighten up. He's got a little rainfall still, but again, this looks to be just a rain event, and hopefully, as this moves into Louisiana, we've got the rest of us behind us. Sandy, Ben, Strong, Huddig, you guys probably need to be keeping an eye on this just in case it kicks up into anything else. We're not seeing that it will, but down just south and east of where Sandy is, it looks like that we've got a little bit of inflow there, just to the where it says W0. They're just south of Hillsboro. You can see a little notch in there that does look like that it could be a little bit of rotation there, but we haven't seen anything on radar or heard anything from the Weather Service that would indicate that that's going to be a major, major problem. And that is moving into some very rural area where luckily it's more pine trees than people, Sandy.
Yeah, and we're down, like I said, where we are here on High Banks. We're just looking, and the wind is still just really kicking it through here. And sorry about that.
Sandy's
the
not
wind
getting
is still
sucked
really
into the sky like last time. He's okay.
Yeah,
So,
thankfully. Yeah, I don't ever want to do that again. By the way, we go ahead and put that down on the want list. But
you put that in writing in a text message the other day, so we won't mention it unless we have to.
right. But yeah, still a lot of wind. Areas where there's a little bit of debris on the roads, but otherwise, I think we are looking at this clearing out pretty quickly. But Grant, it's one of those things. It was 80 degrees at one point today in El Dorado, and it's supposed to drop down like into the 30s tonight. Anytime you have that big of a temperature swing come through, you're going to have severe weather. It's just a normal, natural phenomenon.
Severe weather and allergies, they're both going to be here to stay, that's for sure. So with the sudden drop in temperatures, I know in Tulsa earlier this afternoon, talking to some folks up there, it went from 77 degrees at 2 o'clock to about 38 degrees by 5. So, I mean, that's the kind of drop we're looking at with this cold front moving through. I'm going to move back over to Jax's camera. Sandy, I'm going to turn your audio off just for a second so we can see if we can hear Jax, and we'll check in with him. Jax, we've got your camera up. Can you hear us at all? Okay, you can see Jax's camera there. There's some low-hanging clouds there. Now, there he is. And he's in an area on Iron Mountain Road where there is not great cell phone service. So we will take what we can get from Jax.
I am northbound on High Banks Road.
Okay, so you may catch up with Sandy here in a minute. Okay, so Jax is on High Banks Road, and his video is freezing up here. So we'll get back to him here in just a moment, but we'll go back to Sandy Sanford's feed here. Sandy's in a little better of a service area than Jax is right now. And Sandy, I think he may be somewhere behind you coming up to the south and east there.
That's what it sounded like. And of course, he'll also come across some of that debris in the road. And, I'm still just amazed at some of these areas I come through where the wind is really just ripping through. And
Right.
you can feel it. You can As you come where I am right now, I mean, I can feel it just driving through. This wind is really coming across hard.
Okay, so looking at the thunderstorm warning to our north, they've updated this to take most of Calhoun County out of that storm. Southeastern Calhoun County and northwestern Bradley County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15. They will probably reissue for Bradley, if I'm guessing, and take Calhoun County out of that. Here about 20 minutes ago, that severe thunderstorm 7 miles east of Hampton or near Harrell, moving east at 40 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour winds and gusts, wind gusts and penny-sized hail, part of that. And again, you can expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. So that storm, and that's about to expire, and we'll have another. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning over in Ashley and Chico County, over toward Montrose. So if you're heading east out of El Dorado, that's something to keep in mind there. Sandy, look, well, I don't want you to look, you're driving, but we can see a whole lot of lightning that has come over Union County in the last hour. It is just, it doesn't look like from your video, but there's a lot of electricity in this storm.
Yeah, again, you know, I saw it and heard it especially when I first took out. But you know, in the last little bit, I have not. But again, I go back to, Grant. I'm looking at some heavy wind through this area right now.
Right, we can see it's a little blurry because of the water on your windshield, but you can see in the shot there that those branches are swaying back and forth, and I mean that's really a sign of maybe some almost 25, 30-mile-an-hour winds, if not harder.
I think the part that puzzles me the most is up high on the trees. I'm not seeing it, but it's down low, which tells me those are downburst winds, and that's what you know. Those are the ones you concern yourself with when you're storm chasing.
Right. So, and again, we are under a severe thunderstorm warning until for about the next 4 minutes, under a tornado warning or a tornado watch. Let me correct myself, a tornado watch until 9 o'clock tonight. No warning there, but a tornado watch. And so, as you can see on Sandy's camera there, it's starting to lighten up, and he's about out of the storm there, and El Dorado can be in the all clear, but down to our south, it may not be. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is until 8 o'clock tonight for eastern Union County and Union Parish in north central Louisiana, 707. That severe thunderstorm warning that severe thunderstorm located 8 miles southwest of Strong or 16 miles east of Junction City, moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar sized hail expected with that storm. And those of you in the Strong area, the Huddig area, you need to be aware on the Arkansas side of the border that's moving your way. And then we start to hear places like Felsenthal, Spearsville, Lilly, Oakland, Aurel, Cecil, Littrow, Linville, Lockhart, Bio de Arbonne Lake, and New London. Also in that new severe thunderstorm warning that starts to dip down almost to Monroe, Sandy. So this is clearly moving out of the area. Those of you in Strong and Huddig, you're going to be seeing this moving across your area. But based on what we're seeing, wind is the major thing here, and that half-dollar sized hail. But other than that, we haven't seen much of a tornadic threat with this thunderstorm that's moved through.
Yeah, we're coming back through towards El Dorado. We're passing ProMed ambulance right now, and of course, during this severe weather season, we are so happy to have people like ProMed on board with us, helping us, guiding us. Ken Kelly and his group, they are always on top of the severe weather, and if there's something that we need to be aware of, he's the first one to let us know for sure.
Let me tell you, if you think what we're doing online is cool and that we've got bells and whistles, you should see Ken Kelly's dispatch center. We've both been in there, and I mean he has got technology like you wouldn't believe to keep those patients that he's transporting safe and to keep his staff safe. And we have such an asset in ProMed ambulance. And by the way, if you're watching in Ouachita County, they are your new EMS service. They're going to be transitioning to take over Washita County here in the coming weeks as they've gotten that contract.
Yeah, that's been in the works for a long, long time, and I think the people of Washita County are going to welcome it. They're going to find a level of service that previously they haven't been able just basically to have, and it's not that they didn't want it. It's that it was underfunded, and when you have a private entity like ProMed come in and they bring in all their technology, they bring in all of their expertise, that mobile integration dispatch center that they have is through the roof. I'm telling you, Grant, you said it best. You and I were in there and we were salivating over the technology that was in that place, of what they can do. They watch these storms and they can dispatch ambulances if they confirm tornadoes through their equipment. They can dispatch ambulances to that area that can be there prior.
Right. Well, Sandy and I are the type of guys that would salivate and lose all of our money in the sharper image catalog on the airplane. So, Ken Kelly has taken that to a new level with all of his bells and whistles. You can see on the radar that El Dorado and most of Union County has been taken out of this severe thunderstorm warning. Strong and Huddig will remain in that severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock tonight. And so, again, we will make sure that if there is a threat to life down there in the Huddig area, that we come back if they do issue a tornado warning or something of that nature. We'll be back on. But Sandy, I think we can wrap up our coverage for now. And I appreciate you and Jack Sanford for being out and about. Appreciate ProMed Ambulance, State Farm, and Agent Jason Hardy. Cook's Body Shop, Rushing Law Firm, just to name a few, our sponsors that keep our severe weather coverage going. So, Sandy, thank you to you. Anything before you sign off?
No, again, I'm like you though, Grant. Thanks to our sponsors, Glenn Mechanical, and a whole host of others. I just don't have a list in front of me, but people that we really depend on, and they make this possible. So we appreciate them very much.
Okay, so that'll do it for our coverage. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Union County, and that's until 8 o'clock tonight. We will be with you if the situation warrants throughout severe weather season. So for Jack Sanford and Sandy Sanford, I'm Grant Merrill.